So between Homebrew and between running modules, is there a better choice between those two? Overall, probably not. But what about if you're a new DM? I just saw a video from Wolf, shout out to Wolf for continuing to inspire me to make content. And while I agree ultimately with what he says, which is you should at least read or look at modules before running your own homebrew, I think that his metaphor is a bit wrong. He looks at modules as sort of like the tools that you need in order to build your own world, and that you should probably run one, a preset module or adventure before you do your own world. I think that as long as you've played the game before, to me, the tools are the actual mechanics of the game. If you've been a player before, you can dive in and homebrew your own world. Even if you haven't, it's all just make-believe anyway. The best, I think, comparison, and I forget who said this, it was one of the wonderful creators here on TikTok, said that if you like to write a lot, homebrew is probably going to be your jam. If you like to read a lot, then running preset modules and adventures is probably going to be your jam, because ultimately that's what it comes down to. Being able to run a setting or a pre-done module just requires that you know what's there, so as you're going through it, you don't maybe accidentally contradict yourself. Although if you do, get creative and find a way out of it. But ultimately, I started myself doing homebrew. I hated doing preset modules because I had trouble reading ahead of things and retaining that knowledge because of the ADHD. It was a lot easier for me to just sit down and go and improv anything. If we ran into a roadblock, I already knew what I knew, and so I could find a way around it. I could justify it. And more recently, the past campaign that I did, as I realized that, I actually know a lot about Exandrian Critical Role. Why don't I just set my world in there? Because all the knowledge, I don't have to worry about going and reading a whole bunch. I already have that knowledge in there. So combining the two, personally, is what I think is best. Because then a lot of the lore and a lot of the big world building is done, and then you only have to add and build onto whatever it is that you end up needing in the moment or for the story.